Dude, fuck life. Finally. Like, the actual only fun part of the day is gonna begin. Today we're gonna do some more visual novel stuff, which I genuinely cannot wait for. We're gonna be in for a really interesting day today, I reckon, because we've just learned so much about Rina. Holy shit, we're just gonna see the story develop really. I'm really interested into what Rina's actually gonna do about her. What she's actually going to sort of do in order to like manage her. I'm just so interested if like she's actually going to do it herself, or is she going to use Kosei, or is she actually going to tell her dad about it and then sort of, you know, take it from there. It's going to be very interesting to see. And I'm also interested to see like how her reaction is, and yeah, I suppose just anything else along the way. God, I bet you were in for a big one today. So yeah, I'm excited for this. Right, here we are. So yeah, oh, you're talking about Kosei-san. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be pretty cool. I hope it's gonna be fun. I hope it's not gonna be too sad. I hope it's gonna be fun. You know, hopefully it's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with Kosei as well, because I have a feeling if her actually asking Kosei for help is a really good idea, because he just kind of sounds like one of those people that, you know, they would help in something like that. You know. It just would be something they do. Right, so, yeah, I'm gonna... Sorry, I just gotta... Right, there we are. So, yeah, let's begin, I suppose. Right, here we go.
ああ、そりゃ多分葛西さんだね。シオンの監視役だよ。監視役。まあね、シオンのやつ、監視役が必要なわけよ。
God, is that really why you... Kosei... I mean, I always thought that, Kosei was Shion's guardian. I didn't actually realise that.
ミオンもシオンも、その意味においちゃ互角だと思うぞ。
Kissing got into the conversation, they had about making a lot of noise, teasing each other like they always do. Mion made it sound like that man, Kosei-san, is some sort of, territory boss in North Korea. It wouldn't be easy for me to meet him in person. Yeah, but because he sees John's watchdog, I might be able to find a way. Yeah, no, I suppose if she gets in contact with Shion somehow, I mean, if she does, I know it's like probably the most embarrassing means of sort of communication, but Lina probably knows where Shion works, so could probably arrange something from there. But I don't know. I have a feeling if you wore a uniform like that, it would be hard to come to any rational thought. So, yeah, I don't know. Just because of like how stressed you must be, I think embarrassed really. But because he's Shi-chan's watchdog, I might be able to find a way. The problem though is that I don't have any connections to Shi-chan either. We hang around every once in a while whenever she comes to Hinamizawa, but I've never called or visited her. I have no idea how we can meet. Yeah. Even if I can meet Kosei-san, there's no guarantee that he'd help me. Yeah, so I suppose, but like, it's so much better trying to see if he will, as opposed to just dwelling on the fact that maybe it might go wrong. It's interesting, a territory boss. I wonder what is meant by that. He seems like the kind of person who doesn't like to gossip about. Oh god, yeah. He told me I did not sign on the coffee house only because Shi-chan pushed him to. Plus, the situation can go worse very quickly while waiting for the chance to meet him. So any help he might offer might come too late. Could come too late. It's interesting that she thinks that. I mean, how come it would? Fuck's sake, I'm a fly in my room. hate summer, dude. Fucking. I'm not even gonna get into how much I hate summer, but like, yeah. That's actually very interesting, this, because, God, so she really thinks it's that urgent. But yeah, I mean, no, I suppose because the thing is about the game they're playing, they're gonna probably get the boyfriend, the quote unquote boyfriend who's just acting to actually get the blackmail paid soon. And I think when the blackmail's paid, it's gonna be, I think especially if like Rena's dad doesn't actually realise how bad Rina-san is, that's gonna be even worse. So yeah, I definitely see what she means, but I don't know. That is actually fair. I reckon it's something she should do if it's maybe like a few days. A few days at the very most. When I say a few days, I mean like 3. I remember Kasa-san told me that as a next step, Rina-san usually uses their partner to threaten their catch. Yeah. Oh no, I know, that's gonna be really awful if they actually like do that, you know? And especially if she catches her doing it, I think that's gonna be even worse. But I suppose she's gonna get like a fucking, she's gonna get justice if she does. She's gonna get what she actually deserves. If Nena finds out, I'm sure. Signify the end of her performance. They were going to take all of my father's money. No, I know. I wasn't feeling a sense of crisis yet, but that time might be coming very soon. No, I know. Even as I was at school, taking a class peacefully, that man might already be in the house at this moment, threatening my father to hand on his bank books. I mean, that is a fair thought, but like, the only thing is, oh god, that must be an awful worry. That really must be. Once I become anxious, I get more and more anxious. I can feel a big pressure in my chest, as if the ceiling collapsed on me. God. She says it hasn't really made her feel a sense of crisis, but God, she's definitely got the nerves for it. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so glad my life is too
平和すぎて
peaceful.
退屈だぜ。
そうかな。レナは平和で退屈なの大好きだよ。
俺はごめん。せめて火星人が襲来するくらいのことが毎週とは言わないまでにも月末くらいには欲しいところだぜ。
Like that every week, but at least the end of every month or so. Katie, be careful what you wish for. I mean, I don't know, like, I somehow doubt aliens are gonna fucking invade Inamazar. This place is weird, but not that weird. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling shit's gonna hit the fan a little bit soon. Sooner than we'd like to think. I really think that then I should, like, tell her fucking dad what's going on. I mean, he's the person that she's concerned about, anyway. I really do think that just solves so many immediate problems doing that, you know?
Ah, 定期テストはなしでだぜ。
Monthly test.
もし本当に火星人が攻めてきて世界中が滅ぼされてひなみ沢も焼け野原になったら圭一君は退屈が紛れて満足かな
Would you? That's very interesting. She kind of took it seriously.
いや、そこまでは言ってねえよ。何かアクシデントの一つもないと退屈で溶けちまいそうだぜって言いたかっただけだぜ。
I suppose, but I kind of get the feeling that like Leonard's gonna get really annoyed at this because he's sort of not really appreciating the environment around him, and his good circumstances as well, which people like her don't really have at the moment. He had no idea of what I've been going through, of course, and that's why he says that. Yeah, definitely. But I was still irritated by his insensitivity. I couldn't understand why he would be satisfied with such a peaceful life. He never has the doubt that today and tomorrow will be as fun as yesterday. Definitely. I mean, it's actually kind of interesting when you think about it, because all of the things that happened to Katie, I mean, so far they've always just been because of friends. Like, without the friends going rogue, they would have lived a peaceful life, like she's mentioning here. I was all too aware that boring and peaceful days can be destroyed all of a sudden. Yeah, definitely. I knew the boring and peaceful days could come to an end, all of us. I knew the boring and peaceful days could come to an end all of a sudden because your mum wanted to divorce you. No, I know. I mean, God, luckily it's not the case with every fucking couple, but like, still. Yeah. I knew that you could feel like you didn't belong anywhere in your own house because you had gone with your girlfriend. God, I would so hate that. Even so, you had to repeat the same kind of day over and over again. That's why I wanted to live every day happily, in order to be prepared when the world comes to its end. When the world comes to its end, interesting. Because he actually thinks
Rinaは日々が幸せそうでいいよな。
so happy all of the time. Oh God, that's the wrong thing to say. I wish I had that kind of skill.
そんなの
You're jealous of me.
羨ましがられても困るな。
日々を退屈でなく幸せに過ごすのって何あるなら教えてくれよ。俺も得得してみたい。
そんなの簡単だよ。気づくだけだもん。
気づくって？
Realize what? There's no way he could realize it. And it was probably better that he didn't, because that man he was truly happy. Oh.
気づくだけだよ。
You just need to realize. Oh boy.
幸せな日々が有限であることに。
Interesting. This is actually really interesting. You just need to realize that your happy days will one day come to an end. But I'm really wanting to know, how does that make you happier overall? Because like, you would have thought realizing that they would come to an end, because let's be real, they always do. Isn't that going to make you feel more worried? Like, it can either make you feel more worried, or it can make you feel more appreciative of the fact that they haven't ended yet, I suppose. I don't know. Ow. That was really unexpected. End of school. Meow. Damn. I thought we were just gonna completely reject Meow there. And just give her one scene. It's interesting that Rina thinks that if you don't realise this, then you are truly happy. Because I mean, I suppose if you are truly happy, then you don't really think about happiness that's in depth. It's just sort of a thing that comes natural. Or I find, at least. And I definitely find that, like, but I suppose you could be truly happy and think that. But if you think something sad as a means of making you happy, then yeah, it's kind of weird. After we last walked home from school like we always did, Misan said goodbye to us at the corner of the street where she took us on her way home. She walked away waving, but I chased after her. Ah, yeah, she probably has to because of the whole Kasai thing. Mii-chan! What? Mii-chan apparently thought that she dropped something and she looked around to see what she dropped.
忘れるところだった。実はね、昨日喫茶店でしーちゃんと笠井さんに会ったの。
Oh, interesting. So, I'm actually kind of surprised she hasn't told her about this yet. I thought this was just one of those things that she'd like, automatically know.
その時にね、笠井さんの落とし物を拾ったの。
Oh, right. Good. Because of, I don't know, relationship building? You know, building trust. Just returning a lost belonging. That's actually... Of course, he hadn't dropped anything. I was lying. Yeah. I think a man that big and just brutal, they would not be as clumsy as to drop things. If I could meet him, I'd just show him whatever. Tell him I thought it was his and apologise for my mistake. Oh yeah. No, I mean, I suppose she could, but like the only thing is, I just don't really know if that's the best way to go about it. But it is certainly a good way. I suppose you could increase your chances. I don't know. Oh well. I sent it over to him in that case. Oh, that's the worst. I'd like to give him back to him in person.
それでね、レナが直接返したいの。
You sound like surprised. I couldn't blame her. I met him only once. It's weird to want to give something back in person to someone you barely know. Yeah, I suppose, but like at the same time. Yeah. That's just like going to a supermarket, I don't know, bumping into somebody, them dropping like, I don't know, a pound coin on the floor, and they're just actually like going out of your way to seek where they are next. No, it is kind of weird.
Well, そりゃ構わん。サングラスにおひげだね。
Oh my god. She uses this. Out of everything she can use, she uses this acting. Well, not really acting, but like mood. Oh, yeah, this. You bitch.
ちょっぴり可愛かったの。
Could I fudge my true intentions with humour? I love that. I tried it anyway. Misan usually those words at their face value, and indeed she deemed them.
口ひげを引っこ抜いてお持ち帰りしちゃダメだよ。
Oh boy. Well, knowing dinner, you know, wouldn't really surprise me.
で、
So, do you think I can meet him?
どうかな？会えるかな？
Well, I have no idea.
忙しいのか暇なのか、今度ひなみ沢に来る用事がないか聞いておくよ。
Ah, good. I need to know when as soon as possible. Of course, I wasn't going to say I wanted to meet him today, but at least tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. You know, I'm going to be real. I'm actually really surprised that, like, Odena hasn't... Wait, no, because Odena hasn't told anybody, because I remember somewhere that Odena said this was, like, a Yuga family issue. It was only for her to deal with, not for anyone else to deal with. But the only thing is, I think if she got her friends involved, and especially, like, for example, with Mion, she actually knew the true intentions of which, Odena have for actually meeting Kasai, then... Yeah, could definitely. I think they'd definitely be more enthusiastic to sort of get him over as soon as possible, you know? Oh my fucking god. I'm in hell right now. Like, seriously, there is a fly. Yeah, end of story, sorry. Probably all I have to say.
なんだよ、お前ら何やってんだ？
うん
When the Oishi laugh.
レナが
As if
ね
I don't know how to use
新しい恋に目覚めちゃったんだってさ
I'm kind of happy she's covering it up. So I don't know how to use love.
なんだそりゃ。
Really, how
おも
interesting.
俺も混ぜろ
I wanna
混ぜ
hear
ろ。
about it too. Oh boy, I didn't want her to leave it up in the air, so I told her I think I should give it back to him as soon as possible. I'm sure he's looking for it though, too. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, that is good, creating the urgency for stuff like that. He just said okay twice and walked away, waving. Damn. Hadn't you thought about how I was going to ask for help when I would meet him? Yeah, I suppose. He seems to be in a high position than Rina-san and her partner. If he agreed to help me, it would be very encouraging. Yeah, definitely. But there was a possibility that he'd tell me he didn't want to interfere in other people's private matters. I suppose that could be possible, yeah. He could just say that the whole thing was another love triangle between a father, his daughter, and his other. No, I don't think he would do that. I mean, do keep in mind that he does sort of care for Sion, and she probably knows how the mind of somebody that's being sort of protected and raised by you works. Like, I just don't really see that being likely. But at the same time, it could be very possible because of his whole sort of work position. Maybe he can't. Also, she doesn't even say what Kase dropped. That's kind of funny, that. Fuck off. Oh my god. So annoying.
じゃあな、レナ。また。
See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Ah, so everything's ended now in terms of the whole school day related thing. It's going to be interesting to see what actually happens. Oh god. I wonder what's going to happen if she actually sees Rina. Like, she's probably going to have to pretend she doesn't know her true intentions, really. I said goodbye to Gatsukun and more time alone. After Gatsukun was gone, everything went quiet and my head became clear. What I needed at that moment was quiet time to think about what I should do from then on. Yeah, I shouldn't have been on Kasai-san to solve my problem. But that's also very true. I mean, I reckon like the whole Kase thing is like a chance. If you can take it, yeah, take it. But if you don't, it's not really the end of the world. You need to sort of create some, I don't know, other means really. You're most likely to go on my request, so I have to think about some alternatives. It's probably better that I just do that. Yeah, a love triangle between my father, his daughter, and his love. So those words bothered me because I've seen an unhappy triangle like that one before. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's a happy triangle now, but because like with father and lover, but not with daughter and lover. But before, I think it's even worse because like before it was with father, daughter, and lover. Like everyone sort of got on and really loved each other. But yeah, now when the lover isn't even genuine. I mean, I suppose the thing is like with Rina's mum, she did genuinely marry her father, but then yeah, she just also genuinely fucking divorced her in one of the worst ways possible. Holy shit, this is annoying. And I only added the flyback. Right, I'm getting sick of this. Sorry. Where even is it? Oh my god, dude. There you are, fucking bastard. Alright. Nah, bro, I lost it. Oh, this is annoying. Bro, that fly got on my... Okay, I swear, where did this fly go? Bro, how is it possible to be so small and annoying and you can't even see it? I don't want the light on all the time, so I'm probably just gonna... I don't really want... This is annoying. Oh my god, it is already gone. train wreck. Hopefully it's gone now. How hard is it just to fucking enjoy a story these days? I swear to God. Yeah, I mean, she really shouldn't depend on us. There is there is just so much of a sort of possibility of things really going, well, not really going wrong, but just not really going as planned. I just wonder what Kasa can actually do as well, because like, I mean, the thing is, I get he could probably threaten them to sort of stop, but you know what people like these are like. No matter how many times they get threatened, they're still going to do what they do. So I don't really know. Maybe they get threatened to go to the police, but she can do that herself. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of don't blame her. The words bothering her, that sort of thing happened to Satoshi. Yeah, definitely. I mean, but the only thing is about Satoshi is like his parents fucking died. Satoshi experienced it last year. He fought for his sister in a triangle with his aunt. Ah, yeah, I suppose. I mean, Satoshi has like a really complicated triangle because like his parents died, so that's just him remaining in the triangle, and then I suppose a new triangle was created with his aunt and uncle, but that doesn't even exist. I mean, I think they probably hate each other so much that you couldn't even create a triangle. He fought for his sister in a triangle with his aunt. It was the same situation as mine. I'm trying to fight to protect my father. Yeah, that's interesting. But the only thing is, it is kind of like not the same situation. I mean, it kind of has the same principles, but like, your father is a lot. It's actually very interesting now that I think about it, actually, because I was gonna say it's not the same because like Satoko is just really young and vulnerable, but I suppose I get that Odena's dad isn't young, but like still he's very, very vulnerable, and he's clueless as to what the true intentions are. Unlike Satoko, actually. I'm sure she probably knew the true intentions were of her family, just to sort of, I don't know, give them literal hell. Satoshi fought all alone. Nobody helped him. All I did for him was give him my sympathy and compassion. Oh yeah, I mean, I suppose she did that, which is good, but yeah, she could have done more. But at the same time, I really do think it would have been impossible to help somebody like that, because you remember what Sion tried to do in Miyakasi. Like, God, he was always wanting to fight it by himself, and that actually. In Tatari Ngoroshi, you remember, that actually was passed on to Satoko. Like, she wanted to actually feel the pain and sort of endurance all by herself. She wanted to actually endure it because she'd feel disrespectful to her older brother if she wasn't enduring it. And same for Miyakasi, actually, now that I think about it. I didn't think I could do anything more than that. Yeah, I felt sorry for him, but I didn't really help him out. Yeah, irresponsibility. I tried to cheer him up, and I probably told him something that I thought would make him feel better, but hurt him instead. I recently realised how much I hurt him with my insensitivity, because Katie just hurt me the same way. Oh, yeah. No, that's the worst as well. Like, they don't even intend to do it. It's just sort of a knock-on effect of what they're talking about, really. I'm going down the same path Satoshi went last year. Oh God. Well, you know how everything ended with Satoshi. Just kind of hope it doesn't end the same with her, but at the same time, I mean, I get that they are sort of going down a similar path, but it is definitely not the same. But they do have a very bad problem. They did have a very bad problem, both of them, easily. I feel like I'm experiencing deja vu, an unusual repetition. Huh? Would that mean that I'd be the one who gets demoned away this year? Oh God. I mean, I suppose that must be so scary though, because like, especially when you're in situations like this, because you're just really vulnerable. I mean, God, look at this. It's really interesting as a thought process. I mean, like, yeah, I don't really know how to comment about it, but like, it's just interesting. It must be really scary just being in a village like this, and especially feeling like you're being vulnerable, because, I mean, if the Oyasura-sama law actually follows, then she has no reason to be cursed. I mean, she doesn't want to leave Hinamizawa. She loves the place. She hasn't done anything to quote-unquote upset him, stuff like that, you know? But at the same time, you kind of get the feeling that, like, it could potentially happen. And it must be really terrifying just knowing that could be a possibility, you know? Oh, well, I mean, I'd be the one who gets demoned away this year. I should be okay. I wasn't thinking about running away from Hinamizawa. Yeah. Was I? I wasn't thinking about running away from Hinamizawa, but I thought about running away from my home many times. Yeah, but that's only your home. You can still be in Hinamizawa, I suppose. You can be in the trash pile already. But that's not a sustainable home. Like, that's only for, you know, just fucking around after school, you know? That's why I made the place I could escape to in the dark garbage man. Yeah, that don't happen to be in Hinamizawa. But what if it wasn't? Running there would be the same thing as running away from Hinamizawa. That would actually be a very interesting theory if that was the case, because if it wasn't, then look at Onikakushi, for example. Look at that sort of really, really evil Rina. That could potentially be because of Oyasura-sama, you do wonder. Or not because of Oyasura-sama, but because of somebody who's so paranoid about Oyasura-sama that they've sort of just completely... I don't really know. God. Onikakushi is so interesting. It's just really interesting, like, how it sort of hooks you into the series, and then you realise how sort of out of character and weird it is for everyone to sort of be that evil. I suppose it could be a possibility that it wasn't, though, because, like, I suppose it could be a possibility that it wasn't, though, because I mean, it would only be sort of a loophole, though. It wouldn't actually be, like, objective, but the damn construction site being illegally dumped and sort of not built without any permission, maybe that could sort of have some say as to whether it really is Hinamizawa or not. I shouldn't think like that. Yeah, Oyasura-sama will get mad at me. What? She really thinks that if she thinks about things like that, he'll get mad at her? What? That is weird. Oyasura-sama is really scary. Yeah, no. God. I saw flickering lights in my head. Oh shit. Oh no, every time I try to remember that time, my mind would stop working properly. God. Holy shit. Alright, I kind of want to just read more a little bit. find it very interesting that, like, she feels the urge to potentially run away from her home. God, that must be so awful though. I mean, she really does love her parents, but like, the thing is, just because of the whole sort of Rina thing, I'd assume just because of how out of place and out of character the house now feels, I'm assuming it probably would be just too painful to sort of stay in. God, that must be awful. I wonder what's happening to her room. Because if her room's sort of being completely refurbished, then yeah, God, I really see what she means. I think because her room being affected would probably be the worst. Especially because that's where she actually has to sleep. She can't just sleep in the bloomin' trash yard pile thing. It's very, very interesting that, like, this happens. I remember the Vivid Colours of, like, psychoactive drug. What the fuck? Vivid colours. The flickering lights in the clouds started spreading in my head. They were so bright and annoying. Don't try too hard to remember. Don't try too hard to remember. Oh, no. I couldn't stop the flickering. God. This is so weird. I couldn't have that feeling. I had to fill my heart with another feeling. God. Yeah, there was no time for these crazy flickering lights in my head. Yeah, I had to think about what I was doing because I signed this decline my request for help. I had to protect my father from Rina-san and that bad man. Wait, why was I still calling that her name? Oh yeah, because she knows Ritsuko now. Yeah, her actual real name. I can't believe that though, like, you don't... I mean, you're so low of a person that, like, you literally make somebody believe that they are loving you and you're loving them, and you know, you use them so much and you don't even tell them your real name. That's just kind of insane. I mean, my god though, it's just really interesting about this whole thing here. I would actually be very interested to see, like, what actually is what. I mean, holy shit, psychoactive drugs, that's just weird. I mean, I don't know, was she wrongly diagnosed with something, or was it, like, genuinely something so serious that she had to have stuff like that? That's so weird. Because there's a lot of things that I don't really understand much because I haven't really looked much into the mind before. But things like this, they're just really sort of interesting to me. Like, God, what is the fucking cause of this? I mean, holy shit, I can't imagine just, like, having a part of my life that, like, if I tried to remember, like, my head would just genuinely, I mean, go like this. So when she says flickering lights and clouds, is that, like, metaphorical, or can she genuinely see them, I wonder? Because if you can see them, that's even weirder. Bright, holy, that's even worse. It's really very interesting. I do find it very interesting that here, like, you can really just see how, I don't know, not really, just how little hope she has. I really don't like that her mindset is just really, really negative. I mean, she's, look at this, when Kasai-san declines my request, she's actually convinced that it's going to happen. Oh, God. Rina. She's a bad person who deceived my father. Oh, yeah. She's a bad person who deceived my father and tried to bring us unhappiness. Bad people bring bad things into the world without even doing anything. Interesting. It's actually a very interesting analogy, that. I suppose. But the only thing is, like, you have to do something to actually become a bad person, firstly. I suppose. But I don't know. They're different from the other 90% of people who aren't bad. 90%? I think it's a little lower than that. God. If you let them lose, they'll even ruin the people around them. Yeah. So wait, when she's talking about this, I'm assuming she's talking about like bad people here. When you have one bad tangerine in a box, it spreads its fungus to the other tangerines around it. That's what bad people are like. That's very interesting. I mean, okay, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, so it's sort of like a bad person. They spread all of their negativity and poison over to other people. Really, God, that's so interesting. I never really thought about it like that, but yeah, I suppose. Oh God, that's actually a really genius analogy, though. I would have never thought about that, really. I couldn't remember how Satosuke resolved this triangle last year. But I still could see the flickering lights in my head. What? How could she still see them? They're still flickering, they're still flickering, they're still flickering, they're still flickering, they're still flickering. They're still flickering. God, that's weird. Just as I saw the flickering lights were making me dizzy, I saw my house. Holy fuck. God, so she got all of this just because she tried to just as much just remember and think about like one of the times that she was sort of happening. God, I do wonder if these, God, I just really don't get how like effects of things can be so bad that you can sort of just feel nauseated even remembering them. I mean, maybe there's like, I don't know, there's some sort of trauma that the mind goes into that if it remembers it, it just feels really weird and wrong. I don't know. That's kind of good. We saw. Oh no! I also saw already last night. This is good part by the other side of the gate. Oh, it's interesting that. Hang on a second, because we were like Rina is Rina. Yeah. But she's actually calling out Rina-san here. I also saw Rina on the scooter parked by the side of the gate. The moment I saw the light, the flickering lights disappeared. Oh. And I regained control of myself. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's just kind of odd that like, so she thinks about something different, and yet, so she thinks about something different, and then all of the sort of flickering light related thing goes away. But then when she actually sees something different, and then I don't know, like she has vision of something different. But she always has vision of something different. I mean, she's walking home. That's really odd. God. Did I spend the night last night? Oh, right. She told me she had to work today in the evening. So she should be leaving too. Oh, good for her. Well, good for dinner to not be with her. But I didn't want to be around her even for the little while until she left. Yeah, I said I'm home real loud, rushed into the house and pretended that my friends were waiting outside and rushed out of the house. Hey, that's kind of smart. Yeah. Good. But Rina-san stopped me. Oh god. Why? Rina-san stopped me.
あら、
Hey,
おかえり、
Rina-san,
レイ
you're
ナちゃん。
home. God. It's actually very interesting that, like, she thinks she's called Reina. Hey, Rina-san, you're home. Oh, hello.
こんにちは。
This is the first time I thought Rina-san's smile was ugly. Yeah, I suppose because this is the first time you know the true intention of that bitch. First time I thought Rina-san's smile was ugly. It only stood to reason I had realised the scheme she was hiding behind the smile. Yeah.
今日ね、
Your father
お
and
父
I
さ
went
ん
to
と一緒
Golgotha
に
for lunch
お昼
today.
キーマカレ
There's
ー
a
が
restaurant
と
over
っ
there
ても
that
美味し
makes
いお店でね。
delicious Indian curry. So is Golgotha a place? Sounds like a place. Katsushika. I don't know, I don't really get many results. Kind of looks like one of those really tourist heavy places. I don't know. God, delicious Indian curry. Oh my god, they're lucky. I suppose I kind of forgot the circumstances. Hang on a second, because oh my god, she's literally fucking exploiting his father for like the best meals, really. My father put his head out in the living room and he says, I want to go there again next time we go. I really like that curry. God, it must also be really awful to think like you're a kid and yet you're sort of I don't know, your dad and his lover are just sort of casually, like, whenever you're not there, just using that opportunity to sort of treat themselves to restaurants. I mean, she must feel really... I mean, let's say before, I bet she must have felt really left out. I mean, now it's kind of better because, like, she actually knows that this is a good thing to be left out of, but still. Father said, I want to go there next time. Again, next time we go, I really like that curry. Yep. And there we are, more money. I wonder if he met with me next time, or with me and her. Yeah. Anyway, I hate it when Rina says your father. Oh yeah. Interesting.
それでレトルトをお土産に買ってきたの。
Okay.
あと美味しいから。
Very good.
レイナちゃんはこのお店知ってる？
Wow. God, but hang on a second, I thought the curry would have been really cold. Well, okay, she is actually kind of lucky that she can actually try it, but you know, we all know that she's not going to eat it because of the whole sort of, I don't know, really like connotations, no, not really connotations, but like story for that curry even being there. We all know it. But it's just really interesting, like, these people, their act, it just really is in depth. Because, I mean, my god, look at this manipulation. I think if you could genuinely, like, see, I don't know, if you could genuinely, like, see just, oh, god, I'm so tired, I can't even think about what I'm going to say at this point. Well, if you were just an average person, and you were seeing this, you would have definitely thought that, like, they were, like, genuinely in a relationship. She was genuinely a carer. You would have never ever thought that a person like this would have been actually, like, completely using people. I mean, it's a long act and it's a really in-depth one, and she can't ever let her guard down, because if she does, then yeah, screwed. Interesting. I didn't know the restaurant she was talking about. I saw it in a magazine. It's a new restaurant that just opened recently. Oh, of course it is. I also remember that it was an expensive restaurant. Yep. The amount of money they spent on the take-home curry alone must have been enough to cover the cost of all of our dinners for several nights. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck, that's expensive. I mean, it does sound nice at least, I suppose. Since I was aware of what was in the bank books, it was hard for me to stay calm.
それは楽しみです。ありがとうございますね、リナさん。
それでちょっとみんなでお話があるんだけど。
Oh no. Oh god. That could be really bad.
ごめんなさい。ちょっと友達を待たせてるんで。またゴミ捨て場で宝探しなの。
I'm actually kind of surprised. I mean, I suppose it sounds really innocent because, you know, treasure hunting and everything, but like, it must be really weird. I'm just kind of surprised that, like, she would tell somebody she hates this much. Like, not really like a genuine thing, but a thing that sort of has connections to her, really. Like, a hobby that she really finds true to her. I'm just kind of surprised she would go that personal to Rina.
レイナちゃんは宝探しが好きね。
Yep, and you really like being a manipulative arsehole.
私も今度行ってみようかしら。
That's not a very good thing to want to go to. Well, she probably belong there. She probably belong with the, you know, the insects, the trash, the disgusting things.
ではすみません。
Well, I've gotta go, bye.
失礼します。
Every time Rina's I moved around so her, the scent of her perfume struck my nostrils. I hate the smell of her perfume, so I couldn't stay there a second longer. Oh. Is it just because, like, the perfume genuinely smells arse, or is it because, like, you know, she's bad, so her perfume's sort of worse, you know? I rushed out of the house and started running away to get away from her perfume. Damn. Holy fuck. And her father has to, like... And her father has to genuinely put up with that, like, all the time because he wants to be her lover. Holy crap. The rubber band inside me, the one called Rina, was stretched all the way to its limit. Oh god. No, I really don't blame her. I mean, my god, this even being here, it must have been really hard to be calm. I mean, it's actually very interesting that, like, all of this money that's being sort of spent really excessively is only being spent for Rina. None of it is being spent for Rina. I mean, my god, even if there wasn't any sort of more evil connotations to this, if Rina was like a genuine person, then I just would be really awful because it would be kind of awful for Rina because she would have just genuinely been thought of her being left out, really. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'd explode and go crazy if the rubber band broke. Oh. I didn't want to feel like that inside my own house. My house was supposed to be the place where I could open my heart freely. I ran away. I ran away from there. I ran farther and farther away from there because it was no longer a place I belong. No, I know. That must be really awful. I mean, I suppose it is kind of good that she's found another place, but like having a junkyard, it's not exactly the most comfortable place. It's not exactly the place you can just go in and sort of feel like a sense of belonging there, really. But I suppose you definitely can because of the whole wagon thing. But god. It's not that I had a destination in mind, I was just running away. Yeah, I was running to escape a place where I did belong. Yeah. Didn't I decide to fight against that woman? Didn't I decide to fight against her either by myself or with my father? No, I suppose, but the only thing is I think it's going to be it's going to not only be very hard for her father to actually accept what Rina-san is actually doing, but it's also going to be very hard for them to actually, like, not only sort of stop the relationship, but thirdly, even if she didn't get a father, I think it would still be really difficult, but at the same time, it could be a step in the right direction. I don't know. But then, once I saw her fake smile, a chill went up my back. It was like I picked up a stone, found a carpet of bugs underneath it, and put it back on the ground in a hurry. Oh. Interesting. Yeah. I rushed out of the house as fast as I could. Did I want to fight, or did I want to run away? Oh, I suppose you can think that, but at the same time, like, she does have to get in mind that I mean, this is really fucking stressing her out. I mean, who would not be stressed out by this? I think it's more just her being really stressed out. It's not her not wanting to fight because I don't know. Maybe she's not really ready for it yet. Oh god, I really have a feeling she's very, very, very vulnerable mentally. I'm getting the impression. I'm feeling that like she's really gonna, I don't know, just let it beat her up, you know, if she doesn't do anything about it. Was I just choosing to spend a peaceful time in my hideout, believing that tomorrow will be the same as today? I suppose, but like, the thing is, I'm actually kind of surprised that like, it hasn't been noticed yet how long she's been out. I mean, I suppose if she covers up that it's all just because of friends, it could have been potentially solved by them, but it's just kind of odd that like, every time it happened, I mean, you wouldn't see your friends every day, so yeah, I just really hope they don't sort of build suspicion on where she actually is. But I mean, what's the worst that can happen if that really does happen? I couldn't do that. I didn't know when they spring their trap. I couldn't afford to waste any time. I knew that deep down. Yeah, I knew that, but I just wanted to run away. I couldn't stop myself from running away, and so I did run away. Times like this, the mattress in my hideout would feel so soft that I knew. Yeah. Oh, here we are. We're in, you know, sort of junkyard. God, it's going to be very interesting to see, like, just what happens in the end. I mean, I really do wonder how she's sort of going to deal with this problem, really. I find it so horrible that this problem is not only, like, really fucking bad and obviously really reminding of the past, which is awful, but it's just really sort of, it's really just something that's been laid on her. I mean the fact that she doesn't really have the, I don't know, it's not really she doesn't have the bravery, but she just doesn't feel like she can fight it. I really don't blame her, and she shouldn't blame herself either, but I kind of get the feeling she's going to do that. Surprised the Higurashi were suing to the years. When are they not? Let's be real. Sounded a soft and like wow. They were like music. They didn't force any feelings upon me. They cried as if to tell me just to be who I am. It was always so quiet that I immediately noticed the bear with an engine coming. What? An engine coming closer? People used to come here. People used to come here and make a lot of noise during the damn conflict, but now nobody really comes here. This is the place we're gonna. Yeah, it's kind of odd that there's an engine sound, so it was rare to see somebody come through here at all. I sat on the roof of an abandoned car and waited for the intruder to go away without looking their way. Yeah, that's very interesting that she thinks of them as an intruder. She really does think this place is her special place, nobody else's. That's very interesting about like the whole music analogy. I mean, I suppose music can try to force feelings upon you, but it's sort of how you interpret it and how you sort of actually feel phased by it. Good music I'm talking about, by the way, not just trash shit that's popular these days. God, an abandoned car. That must be so fun. I mean, it must be so fun just to go, like, inside of the abandoned car as well. Like, you know you're just going in somebody else's property that's not only, like, completely sort of ruined, but never will be used again. It just is weird. It must be really cool, though. I would actually like to visit a place like that. But at the same time, you know, with real life things, it's never going to exist. Because could you imagine how many pests would be in a place like that? But I mean, I suppose this place does seem pretty peaceful, just due to the fact that nobody is really I don't know, nobody has really stopped Rina. And no, she's never really mentioned anything about sort of harmful insects, harmful pests, so yeah, really is just a perfect place, honestly. I wonder who this intruder is going to be. Oh my god, and before it's the Dina. Oh my, that would be awful. Interesting. But apparently it stopped. Oh no, that could be someone that actually knows her then. Or it could be Kasai. Who knows? But apparently the engine stopped. But the only thing is, if it was Kasai, then how would he actually know that she's there? Apparently the engine stopped. I'm not stupid. If it stopped, I knew exactly where it had to be. I heard the person calling me, but I ignored it once. The person came closer, making it harder for me to ignore her. She called me name again. I turned around this time.
Rina-san.
Oh god. Yeah, I kind of thought so.
レイナちゃん
Are you
結
hard of hearing?
構耳
すみませ
Sorry,
ん。
I guess I couldn't hear
多
you
分
because
逆
of
風
the
だったんで
Oh yeah.
聞こえにくかったんだと思います
Eek. God. Oh my god. So that's awful. So you're not really getting like Oh no. Oh no, that is actually really bad because now she knows that she's actually lying about visiting her friends. I mean, because she did say she was actually going to exit the house just so she could, I think it was so she could go treasure hunting with her friends, but yeah, she either has no friends and she's just like pretending she does, you know, so the parents are happy, the people higher up are happy, you know, or it's because she's not meeting with her friends at all. Which one's more likely? Yeah, I don't know, it's just, I mean, I know there's not really much is going to happen if Rina does know, but it's just kind of, like, not really a good thing, you know? If she does actually know. Hey, not on. Are you hard of hearing? Oh, God. I wonder if Lina is actually going to confront Rina here, because I think if she did, that would be, like, a very sort of good insight. There'd be a very good sort of insight into the future, really. But at the same time, I've tried to confront people before. I know how fucking difficult it is. She seemed to buy my poor excuse. Down. So, looks like there's a little bit of wind. So, she's sitting on top of the wagon. No, she's sitting on top of an abandoned car even, so, yeah. Actually, it does kind of surprise me. Like, there's so much trash that it's kind of surprising that a human will sort of stick out, you know? She seemed to buy my poor excuse. She smiled and said, yeah, it happens sometimes. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Are you here alone? Oh boy. Interesting that that's the first thing she asks. Are you here alone?
お友達は
Where's your friend?
一人で遊んでますよ
Well, その年でなかなか渋いわね
Nah. Nazan stretched and I looked across the huge garbage dump. Stretched and looked across the huge garbage dump.
しかしよくもこれだけ盛大にスクラップばっか捨てたもんよね知って昔平坂の2丁目にもタイヤの外れた車ばっかり積んであるところがあってね
I mean, I don't know. You feel so much pity for Rina, but you can't help thinking that's actually kind of interesting. Wow. I find it very interesting that, yeah. God. god. I wonder what then I would have actually interpreted the place in the Hidasaka. And I also find it very interesting that like with this junkyard, it's not just sort of cars. It's a variety of junk. I mean, it just really sounds cool. It definitely sounds like something that, you know, you'd really sort of have a lot of fun exploring. Oh, I would kind of want to go treasure hunting in some place like this, but at the same time, it's just because, like, you know, firstly, how would you do it without getting stopped by somebody? Secondly, like, it's fucking weird. And thirdly, like, you know, obviously smells, pests, stuff like that. It would be really fun, though. I wasn't interested in Zara's whole story, but I pretended to listen and nodded. She doesn't take this road to go back to Okinomiya. That's actually very interesting that she stopped there. I just wonder why she did. Because, I mean, you would have thought... I mean, I suppose it's just sort of to get into the act of, you know, like, pretending that... I don't know, she's like a good person to know. Because you could see her just trying her best to be as nice as possible to her. She doesn't take this road to go back to Okinomiya. I guess you knew I'd be here and came by to see me. And, yeah, it's very interesting that, like... she'd actually know that she'd be here as well. I mean, I don't know about you, but I would be kind of concerned if that happened to me. What did you want? It was obvious that she was trying to make conversation. She probably took it personally when I avoided her earlier, which must be why she was here to butter me up. It would be better for her not to have any conflicts with the daughter of the man she's seeing, no matter what the intention of seeing him is. Yeah, definitely, but yeah. It's kind of like never going to be solved after the coffee house incident, let's just say that. I'm actually kind of surprised that, like, you talk about something that sort of awful in public, but at the same time, like, she's believing that nobody's going to have watched her, and she wouldn't have known that then I was actually there. Anyway. In that sense, it was a reasonable action for her to take. Yeah. Well, I listened to her story. All I could think about was when she was going to leave. Yep, I get that feeling. Didn't I have to fight against her? No, I know. Didn't I decide to fight against her? Didn't I find out how plot of the coffee house was in the Didn't I find out that this woman is squeezing money out of my father and look inside his cash box? I know who you are. Please leave my father alone. How easy would it be if those two sentences could solve the problem? Oh my god, yeah, she'd probably deny it. Of course she would. I have a feeling a person like that, they definitely use the trust they've sort of falsely tried to sort of get from the person to sort of, you know, prove that they're so innocent. They're really, really good people. Even if I told her about what I heard at the coffee house, I have no evidence of her plot. I suppose, but at the same time, you definitely do have, I don't know, you definitely have, well, I mean, she definitely has no evidence, but at the same time, she's heard the entirety of what she said. What can you do if you're in a situation like that? I think she has more than evidence, because she knows what Rina knows she said. They both know. She said that she did it because of all the man was threatening her. There would be nothing I could do. Yeah, definitely. But I know this woman is a bad person. I know something horrible will happen in the future if I waste time like this. Yeah, I reckon, oh my god, I reckon, I have a feeling like this potential breakup that's definitely going to happen sometime in the future with Rina and Nana's father is probably going to be, I really get the feeling that's going to just completely break him. So, yeah, she really does need to do action, because that doesn't, God, it's just such an awful sort of thing, having a worry like that. But, yeah. strange, tense feelings that I come over me. But I didn't know how to let it out. As soon as I running around, beginning unable to stand or smell the smell of a perfume. Oh god, I wanted to make sudden distance between me and her, so I climbed down the slope of the scrap heap. Oh yeah, that's smart. Yeah. I kept going down and down the slopes of the garden stone. When I turned around, I saw her coming down as well, muttering. Was she following? I wanted to run away from her, I started running down the slope all the way to the bottom. When I ran behind some trash bars and arrived at the front of my hideout. Yeah, god. It really is interesting, I think. Oh, this is happening. My escape was meaningless. Not only was she going to catch up with me eventually, all I did was let her know the way to my hideout that nobody is supposed to know about. Oh god, but the thing is, she's strange. She can't really foresee stuff like that. Oh god, and I think this is also really bad because this actually makes her know that she's sort of skeptical of her, you know. Rina is sort of not fully trusted by her. It is very interesting about the whole threatening thing because, I mean, the reason why I know she isn't being threatening is because just how sort of enthusiastically she was talking about it to Tepe. But the thing is, she genuinely, I don't think she actually realises that because she only sort of latches onto her theory about her being a bad person just to sort of support that argument. But like, the thing is, this is very interesting now. Like, could you imagine if she was actually being threatened in reality and everyone had got it wrong, really? That'd be very interesting. But nah, it's not going to happen, we all know it. But yeah, I really don't blame her. That perfume must be awful, god. I wonder what it smells like, because we never actually have been told the exact smell of it so far. I'm actually very interested in it. It's very interesting to me that like Rina is still sort of trying to follow now. Like, I mean, why? Because I wonder. I just kind of wonder. I get that. I mean, it just kind of depends on the nature of her sort of leave. Was it really, really urgent, or did she actually say something about it before? But yeah, obviously because it was not urgent. It was sort of, you know, something I wasn't really told about before. I wonder how she's actually going to get out of this situation. I wanted to make sure she never saw my precious side out. I was about to leave, but then she appeared.
Hey.
Wow. Well, this is interesting. I've already seen this part of the not dam, but illegal sort of dumping site here. Wow, so it's just rock.
ちょっと素敵よね。秘密基地みたい。
Yeah, I suppose, but yeah, it actually kind of is though. But at the same time, it's like it kind of is because she formulates all of her strategies. She sort of has, I don't know, the time she sort of deserves to herself there really. That's cool, so it's a good place.
私だけの秘密の隠れここには誰も来ないし誰にも何も聞こえません。
Yeah, so strange hearing myself say that.
レイナちゃんだけの秘密の嬉しいわね。そんな場所に連れてきてもらえるなんて。
Invited. Yeah, 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 fair. Nah, I somehow don't think she was invited. More like you fucking. She literally just followed her, and then she says she's been invited. I love her. She probably thought I told her my secret because she was worth sharing it with. She looked happy with. Yeah. No, I can understand that. Yeah. She found the station wagon, looked inside of it through the window, and went, ooh, ooh, and excitedly. It's like a blooming dentist's. This is a secret place that nobody else knows about. It felt like my consciousness was separated from my body, like I was floating. Shit. God. I didn't feel that good. Like, when I drink amazake. Amazake, is that sweet alcohol? That's one of those being gossip. It was amazake. It is amazake. That's the Hawaiian sake. Oh, interesting. So it's a sweet, non-alcoholic drink. Fermented rice, it looks interesting. Oh god, this must be so awful though. I kind of hate that when I sort of find a plot so interesting. I've been finding this a lot recently, like you sort of you get caught up in the interest of the plot that you sort of just forget about, holy fuck, how emotional and just how weird it is. I mean, holy shit. That must be so weird. Because I just really hate the with Rina, like she really wants to sort of get this sorted out, but I have a feeling this stress, I mean, if she's getting stuff this badly, then yeah. That I'd have to stay with this woman. I couldn't run away from her. No, she does not have to stay with her. If she acts, she can't. But the only thing is, she can't really act because of just how stressful this is for her. God, I feel so fucking bad for her. But even though I'm tired of recognizing it, the reality in front of me won't change. Yeah.
そうそう。
なんでしょう。
どうしたの？
What's wrong?
気分
Are
悪
you
い
doing
の？
okay? Oh, interesting if she can actually notice that. I wonder what she looked like. What's wrong? Are you doing okay? Yes, I'm fine.
平気です。
And her fresh air and brought my consciousness back to reality. I didn't feel like throwing up anymore, but I still felt off balance. I leaned on a scrap of garbage to keep my balance. God. I mean, it's actually very interesting, this. I mean, it is actually kind of good. I'm gonna be real, I kind of feel like, without Rina, but then I would have really sort of gotten worse. I mean, holy fuck. Just this weird sort of set of emotions that I was actually having. My god, that's just so weird. I mean, I've never really seen anything like it, and I think it's just so awful that, like, she really, because if, in theory, this is the best opportunity to sort of confront her about everything. Probably could potentially be the best one. But at the same time, like, because she's so stressed, you can't really do it.
私はレイナちゃんのこと好きよ。レイナちゃん。
何ですか突然。
Yeah. I said that because I didn't want to say that. Like, yeah. Fair. That'll probably be even more painful.
私ね、
I've been seeing your father
ずっ
for quite a
と
long
あ
time
な
now.
たのお父さんとお付き合いをしているんだけど、いろいろと話し合ってね。
About many things, you know. Yep. Oh god. Yeah, I have a feeling. I have a feeling she's going into this whole sort of marriage phase. I just hate that this is so fake. I mean, I really hate that, like, she does this much to actually, like, sort of, I don't know, like, well, just to live the most financially stable and nice life she possibly can, because her life is not exactly alienated to luxury. No, there's so much of it just because of him. And I just can't believe that this marriage is entirely fake. Like, this person is, I never really thought about this, but this person is like one of the biggest gold diggers we could have ever seen. And I just think it's so awful that, like, this person's sort of, I don't know, human etiquette is so corrupt that she literally also ruins, she's also going to ruin the life of Lena, because, I mean, let's be real, because these people are definitely going to divorce when they're actually married just because of her nature. So, like, when that's going to happen, that is going to completely ruin her. But the only thing is, I don't think it's going to get that far. There's definitely going to be something that's going to be done about it beforehand. I bet you. I mean, look at how much determination Lena has. Look at how much determination. I'm sure she can do something. I need to stop feeling like this. Get up, Lena. I heard something like this before. A part of me was trying to understand what this woman was trying to say, but another part of me was trying not to. I felt as if there was a bouncing around in my head and I started having a headache. God. Nah, I don't blame her. I mean, this must be really fucking stressful for her. Especially if it's like, if this is sort of, you know, marriage stuff, basically. Oh, look at it. God, I'm actually really lucky that fly disappeared. I said I haven't jinxed it, but like, still. That could have been so annoying, but no, I just really sort of fluked it, man. Probably just flattened my room and fucked off like it should have. Or maybe it's behind the curtain, I haven't actually checked that. I was trying to understand what this woman was trying to say, but another part of me was trying not to. I felt as if I was bouncing around my head. Having a headache. Yeah.
それでね、これからのことを真剣に話し合ったのよ。これからの生活やいろいろよ。
Lena needs to fucking try to compose herself at the moment, because oh my god, this especially. Oh my god, I thought I jinxed it for a second, but it's a mosquito. What did the timing say?
Reinaも秋人おじさんのこと好きでしょ？それでね、お母さん。
What's going on? What are you thinking about, Rina? Oh my god, this is the worst. Yeah. No, I really get what she means, because this scenario, I'm sure it's so similar to this. She's not only being reminded of it, she's sort of thinking about the worst things that happened because of it. Oh god. Think about you now. This is an important moment. You're about to have a one-on-one battle with Rina-san. No, Mum, what about my dad? Oh god. Also, it's interesting here because she actually thinks that her mother is in her head. God. Mum, what about my dad? What about me? I don't want you to divorce him. I don't want you to get remarried to anyone else. No, please don't divorce him. I'm not going to let you do that. Oh no. Oh shit, I'm only just realising this. Shit, this is... So these feelings here, these are the sort of feelings that happen when her mum was sort of, you know, going rogue, if you like. Fuck. Oh, that's so horrible. I'm not gonna let you get remarried.
再婚なんて
I'm not letting you...
許さないです。
Oh, wow. God, I'm actually kind of surprised that, like, she said that. I'm not gonna let you get married to my father.
え？
What?
お父さんとどういう付き合い方をしたって構いませんが、再婚なんて許さないです。
I'm not gonna let you get married to my father. I'm happy that she's actually saying this, but the only thing is that's sad about this, she can ignore it. She has so much more power than Rina does. That's what I'm kind of concerned about. She must have not thought that I'd say it straight out like that. Yeah, she looked stunned. After a while, she broke the silence with her laughter. Dot 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 dot. Obvious demon. Oyashiro-sama confirmed.
拒絶もあるかなとは思ってたけど、ここまではっきり言われるとは思わなかったもんだから。
That's actually very interesting. Like, you would have thought any normal person, they would have been really sad to see in a rejection like this, and especially because of a kid you've sort of been really nice to. You would have been sort of sad that they don't really want you marrying. But I think that is just a very interesting sign that, like, how ungenuine she is, if you like. How ungenuine, how fake. Learn English, dude. Oh my god.
拒絶もあるかなと思っています。私が拒絶していたのに気づいていたのは意外でした。
そんなのわかるでしょ。
Of course I did. God. Oh my god, look at her face. That just looks weird. Or is that me? Of course
あ
I
ん
did.
た、
You always run away whenever
私と
you
目
see
を合わ
me.
せるとすぐ逃げるもん。
Oh. You always run away whenever you
それで子供は嫌ね。
Oh. God. I mean, I know that she is so fake and everything, but like, that is the fucking wrong thing to say. Oh my god. But I suppose this is probably the best time to break the ice and say that she actually knows. But God, what a horrible thing to say, especially to a kid as well. I mean, she is only 13, do keep in mind. Like, that may have an effect. When I was 13, I'm not even going to compare myself when I was 13 to when she was 13, but like, I probably would have been a little bit sad about that. She frowned, revealing her ugly self. Yeah, it should have been the first time I saw her face like that, but I wasn't surprised at all. Her face had looked like that to me from the beginning. Yeah.
できれば上辺だけでもあんたとは仲良くしてたかったんだけど、ここまで嫌われちゃ難しいわね。私のどこが気に入んないの？
What do you hate about me? But I just really hate that these people, they're trying to build up trust so much. I mean, I'm just surprised that they can actually do it this much. I mean, you can really see how serious she is about her act.
高額のために教
I'd like to know
え
that
てよ。
For future reference. Oh god. Wow, this. Oh my god, go Rina. Oh my god, I so hope she can do it. Go on now.
最初から
Everything. Wow.
全部
I hate everything about you.
匂いも
I
嫌
hate
い。
the smell too. Yeah. Oh god, she really is going out. One vicious word came over my mind. One after another. I didn't have wings, but I felt as if I was flying up to the sky. I felt weird and uncomfortable, but also exhilarated. Oh no, I mean, she did kind of do it, but at the same time, I think she needs to know exactly why she hates me. Because if she knows that Rina knows about the whole deed and the Badger game related stuff, then I do get the feeling that I don't know. It'd just be, I have a feeling it'd be better if she knew, because then she knew that she needs to be careful. And then, I don't know what will happen after that, but... No, actually, what really is her knowing going to change? Like, her knowing about that Rina knows. I wonder. I felt as if I was letting me use my body. I was in the middle of a disastrous battlefield, but I felt like it wasn't even my business.
そりゃあ好都合ね。
Yeah, that's really interesting about like the other me. That is weird. But yeah, I kind of get what she means. She really does sound like she's in sort of two minds about this at the moment. I mean, she's sort of in that one mind frame where she really, really wants to fight, and there's the other one where sort of delays it as much as possible. She wants to just leave and just be on her own with it. That's fine with me.
私もあんたのこと嫌いだったから、お互い様よね。
Damn.
なめんなクソガキ。ガタガタ言わされてるか。
Make you. Jesus Christ. That's so fucking cold. I mean, my God. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Even if this was a genuine person. Well, sorry. Even if she didn't have like actual bad intentions, that would be so fucking. Why would you say that? I mean, my God. She has spent so much time trying to build a relationship and trying to build a completely fake relationship, and then she just sort of makes it like go as much. She just really lets it go as much as this. God, that's really insane. I'm just actually kind of surprised that like she would be that stupid, really, because this is totally her letting her guard down. She should have tried to solve it. She shouldn't have tried to like light the fire even more, because in theory, what Lena could actually do is she could use this to her father. She could actually like say what happened, and then that could in theory make her talk to Rina about it, and then could potentially get them sort of on bad terms with each other, and then she could sort of break the ice about the whole things she knows about the badger game related stuff, and then yeah, it'll probably be over. But at the same time, those approaches, they really sort of make you forget that the whole feelings behind it. I mean, it does sound very smart and cool, just sort of speaking wise, but it doesn't really sound cool practical wise, you know. What a fucking horrible thing to say to a kid though, my God.
二度と家へ来ないでください。再婚なんて私が絶対に許さない。
Yeah, good. But the only thing is, it's just interesting that, because the thing is about the whole Lena thing, to Nisco's eyes, because Nisco doesn't know that Lena actually knows about that whole her true intentions, so she really just thinks it's just because of everything here. Interesting. This is, I love these laughs. They really, I mean, as much as they sort of, I don't
別
need
に
your permission, you
あ
know.
んたに許してもらわなくてもいいんだけど、
Yeah, that's the worst thing.
まあ
Well, why
あんた
don't
が
you
うま
stop
く
me
立ち
from
回って
remarrying
お父さんに
yourself?
再婚を断念させたきゃさせてごらんって。
Yeah. No, no. I mean, the thing is about this, they could probably.
そんなの今さら意味ないし。
No, but the only thing is, say about her true intentions, that will stop him easily, or at least I hope so. That's so deadly, though. I mean, my God, what happens if they do actually marry? I couldn't even imagine how awful, like, for example, the wedding would be to go to. Never mind, fucking like actual life. God. Do you know what I really hate about this? I really hate that, like, things like these, they are actual things that happen, and they are really common things that happen in, like, humanity, really. She didn't look intimidated by me at all, and that made me feel a little bit intimidated in return. No, I kind of see what she means. Why was she so confident over her absolute control over my father? She had to have more than confidence to be able to act as fearless as this. Interesting. She must have something tangible. Before I asked her what it was, she told me herself.
私ね、プロポーズされたの。
Oh my God! Hang on, it just kind of took me a few seconds to realize how bad that is. Holy shit! Oh my God, that's awful. Holy shit, this is so bad because what if Rina and Nana start to get together and then they have a kid? Oh my God, what about their relationship with like Rina as well? Oh my God. That's the worst. So not only like is Rina's entire life potentially going to get affected by this, but they're also going to, like, another individual's life is just going to be affected, and like, I don't know. Well, the point I'm trying to make is like, the point I'm trying to make is, could you just imagine the feelings that Rina would actually have, like, just somebody sort of growing up with them? And I have a feeling she probably really hate the child if they did actually become able to sort of have a life with like Rina and whatever Rina's dad's name is, because yeah, just because of who made the child really. And yeah, I don't know. You're lying. Oh god. I mean, I'm not lying.
嘘じゃないわよ。
Oh god, that's even worse.
本当
It's
よ。
true. It's a big lie. She has to divorce because she got pregnant. She has to get married because she got pregnant. That's a lie. It's a big lie. God. God, she really isn't two minds about this.
向こうからのお願いだから聞かないわけにもいかないしね。
Oh my god, that's just typical. Oh my god. Whereas this person's a Christian, and yet they're doing like some of the worst things possible. Like, I thought part of religion was being good to people, not completely manipulating them. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a flaw there, you know? Holy shit.
指輪ももらっちゃったし、それに結婚を前提のお付き合いだったわけだしね。
That's even worse. No, because I always thought like this relationship, I thought it was just one where sort of dates always happen. I didn't realise it actually got that deep. It's really bad. I just couldn't imagine doing something like that, knowing that it's completely fake. I just can't believe she's going out of her way this much to do the act of sort of just the whole money related usage that she's getting from. I mean, what the fuck's gonna happen? No, I have a feeling this pregnancy wasn't intended though, because she was just trying to do this to sort of get gain of her own, gain of finance and stuff like that. And I don't think that she was actually intended. I don't think she was genuinely intending to start a new life. No way. This does not look like a motherly type, if you ask me, at least. And she said it herself, she fucking hates kids anyway. How's she gonna raise one?
指輪まで送っておいて、今さらちゃぶ台返しなんてことになると、最近は問題が多いわよね。
Yeah, that's the worst. I mean, no, I kind of see the strat that she's doing though, like that sort of feeling of dependence now that's sort of present, and reliability that she's going to potentially have. That's awful. This was a big mess before, but it has got so much worse just because of this one thing. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Go, Rina.
私は聞いてるんだ。お前と鉄という男が二人で喫茶店で話しているところを聞いてるんだ。お父さんのお金を目当てに近づいたのを知っている。
Wow. Oh my god. Good for her. I'm genuinely so happy that she sort of started to overcome the whole stress thing.
ひなみ沢の旦那と呼んで詐欺にかけようとしていることを知ってる。葛西さんに聞いたから全部知ってるんだ。詐欺師だってことも全部知ってるんだ。
God, she's not only saying this. She's not only saying this, breaking a big mental sort of, thing about sort of just the conversation. But oh my god, she's doing it so much passion. Like, oh, I feel. I mean, I mean, I know the circumstances are really awful in which this is happening with, but you can't help but feeling like really happy and really proud for her as well. That she's sort of started to finally overcome this. Good for her. I really hope she gets, you know, everything she does actually right. But like, you know, when you talk from true passion, sometimes you get all nerves eradicated from you.
あら、全部知ってるんだ。あらららららら。
Before I knew it, Rina was standing right in front of me. Oh god, we could have each other with our faces almost touching.
で、
So,
レイナちゃんはそこまで知っててどうしようってわけ？
too. Well, yeah, this is actually very interesting. Thinking
お父さんに
don't come near my father every
二度と
time.
近づかないでください。
嫌よ
What if I refuse?
って言った
Yeah,
ら
because, yeah, it's definitely. It's just really interesting that, like, Rina, she really doesn't feel stricken or just concerned that she's actually knowing, Rina's actually knowing this much about her. It's very interesting that. You can just really see how much of a sort of, I don't know, just how much she doesn't give a shit about this, how much she's just sort of using her, because, and how much none of this means as well. And, yeah. She could try to lie, but she's not even trying, which is very interesting to me. It just really shows a lack of sort of care, if I put it bluntly. What if I refuse?
こんな秘密の隠れ家に誘ってくれての話、そういうお話かなとは思ってたのよ。
Oh. Wait, so... Oh, wait, no, I was kind of confused, but yeah.
だってこ
You're
こ
always your secret hideout
誰も
where
知らな
nobody
くて
knows and nobody can hear
誰
us.
にも
Huh?
何も聞こえない秘密の場所なんでしょ？
Well, I suppose because it is secretive, but... No, I don't know. Why is kind of unknown? It's secret hideout.
ええ、そうですよ。誰も知らなくて、誰にも誰も訪れることのない忘れられた場所。
Our faces were so close to each other that our noses could almost touch. Damn. I knew what I was talking about, but I didn't know what would happen next. I couldn't back down now that I come up to this point. Yeah. Oh god, I know. And judging by the background as well, it does kind of concern you to think what could potentially happen. You know, just some sort of brawl or maybe even at worst murder. Because I mean like she's saying, like, nobody can hear, nobody can see, it's literally forgotten. No evidence could possibly be found for days. Must be kind of scary at the moment, like, not knowing what's going to happen. It's also going to be annoying that, like, you can't really run away because you don't really know what Rina's going to do. Because, for example, what if she trashes your home? Like, your hideout even. Because I wouldn't put it past her. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I should do.
いやだ。ほらほら、仲直り。
You little two-faced ass. Oh my god. She really is desperate. No, I'm going to be right. I think because she's suggesting something this ridiculous, she's also stuck for what to do. Oh, come on, listen to this. Rina started laughing and slapped me on the back. My expression didn't change and I kept staring at Rina. but I didn't notice her real intention of putting both out. Oh no! Oh no! Expression didn't change, I kept staring at Rina, but I didn't notice her real intention of putting both her arms around my neck. The tension broke already stretched thing, and Rina squeezed my neck hard. Oh my god, no! I was openly hostile, but I didn't realize Rina's evil intentions until she started shouting. This is so
子供のくせに舐めやがって。もうちょいでうん千万って金が転がるんだよ。上辺だけでも仲良しってことになってりゃ小遣いの少しもやろうって思ってたのにな。
It's a little bit more like
口ばっかり滑らしか。うんだらねえとこでまだるっこし血にさらせやこら。
holy shit! You're not gonna get your money if not only your father finds out that you've literally tried to murder your daughter. Like, oh my god! I just can't believe that. I just genuinely can't believe that. She just really sees so little in this that she really sees the fucking money. Oh my god! I just genuinely can't believe that. Like, she thinks she's saying something like this. I'm like, what the fuck? She actually got off really lightly, I think, Rina did. Because what if, for example, Rina told her father? Yeah, my god. I tried to put my hands on my neck, but I didn't have the strength to do so. Oh no.
殺しはしたかなかったんだ。二度とこんなうまいかもに会えないだろうし、てめえ閉めてうん千万なら悪くはないさね。どうせ巻き上げたら蒸発するつもりだったしさ。
God, of course. Of course.
上等くれたらこの野郎。
God. Dark and dark. Shit, she has the. I've never known any version of this. Mainly the version to kill me. It didn't scare me. Wow. I just wonder how she's gonna get out of it. That's because that's what really scared is a thing that people use to express how they feel when they see how bad it is. I suppose because it's happening too fast for them to actually. No, but they would get scared. They would be the worst. If I lose my weapon in my hands, even a little bit, she crushed my throat. Yeah. This is a single woman doesn't disappear stronger. God. Oh my god, she's not even like fully grown up. How is she gonna? I reckon she needs to use her environment, and especially because of the junk and the terrain being really, really jagged. If Rina trips, then boom, that could potentially be it over. She'll lose her grip and everything. Advantageous position, so she tried to push me down to the ground so that she could not. Oh god. Yeah, I kind of thought. If I let her do that, I wouldn't sandwich. Yeah. I tried to keep my current position, but I was losing a lot of energy by the track. Oh my god, go now. This is literally fucking life or death here. I lost my balance and I tried to fall backwards and off that. Oh, right, okay. Up that strength competition. Yeah. That's why I know to dictate that chance. We fell on the ground, tangled together. But as we know, strong enough to come, she didn't even take it. Had to wait for my level to see her shit. But if she's on the lower ground and then I'm on the upper ground, then in theory. No, if she's on the lower ground, I'm imagining she's laying and then I was just like that basically, but like up high. So I'm assuming that then I could potentially, I reckon, she has her hand, she has her legs, she has her foot. She could definitely do it. Oh yeah, good, yeah, good. It wasn't losing enough for me to break free from the grip, but it gave me a few moments to use my hands for something other than stopping her from punching my right. If I hadn't taken the chance, I would have been done for. Yeah. Oh my god, good. I'm happy that she fucking did it. She was actually able to sort of break out from it. Oh my god. This is so sick. I just really wonder what happened to have a moral compass this low, you know. But I don't know, it's probably loads of little things leading up to a big thing. Oh wait, hang on, I forgot. She wasn't actually standing, they both were on the ground. She probably couldn't stand because of the small amount of energy she has. That's why I tried to literally seize my chance. I moved both of my hands on the ground. Seize that chance. Like it's... Oh! Oh fuck, that's lucky. That was a broken glass on my right hand. Wow. That is so lucky. But the thing is, she really is just using her location. It's actually kind of odd that, like, well, not odd, but really bloody lucky that she didn't fall on that glass. Because, Rina or not, if she fell on that glass, let's just say the glass, I don't know. If the glass got anywhere near her head, she could have potentially been fucked. Easily. This is pretty much to literally set myself on the brink of death. Yeah. I can't think it was deep with the pieces of glass. Oh. Oh yeah, that probably is the best. Yeah, that definitely is the best place. Yeah. No, that is, yeah. Yeah. You know something to endure the pain for a few seconds. Oh yeah, it must be really bad. Like, holy fuck, she deserves it. Like, genuinely. The pain that severe from somebody so cornered, super everywhere. Yeah, all the nerves as well. There's no way she can hold on. Okay, she could if she was ridiculous and really, really determined, but yeah, it's just not. So we're going to cling to her bloody wrist. I just now managed to roll away from her. Scream of the pain and also just trying to get me over. It didn't work anymore. It didn't resonate with me, so I went away and found it was fine. Yeah, definitely. But all I did was screaming at him and nothing like how bad are you had? Yeah, and that's worse. But basically, yeah. And I don't have any hesitation. I've learned from Rina. She told me what I had to do in this situation. Oh no, that's why this is my secret mother. I know every single piece of junk in here. Oh no, is she gonna... Maybe I knew that then this was coming. Was it just a coincidence that it was there? I pulled out a needle and red plant. Ooh, I'm surprised to see it there. At the same time, it's interesting that she says she's learned that from Rina, but I suppose she sort of got the perspective from her. I am water back down. There was no reason I could walk this hard and heavy lead pipe with just a mark. Fuck, so where is she? Oh gosh, she's going straight for the neck. She's probably to take it from me. Oh my god. Yeah, from literally cut wrists with claw. Oh. I didn't say that without feeling really disgusted. But yeah, there's no way she's going to be able to. No way. But her long nails wouldn't let her have it. Oh! Oh my god. Wow. God, that's good. No, I mean it is kind of good, but it's bad at the same time. I don't know. I know what to catch her the way she wanted to. She broke her fingers and some of her nails came off. Some of her nails came off! Holy fuck. God. She broke her fingers. Jesus. So, I'm kind of confused. I just want to... Got a meter long the pipe. That must take a lot of strength to lift. So I'm assuming no. Maybe you could be. Maybe then Arn knows about the nerves people you have in your chest, because yeah, there's the center part of your chest sort of has a ton of nerves, absolutely huge amount. I mean, like one of the toughest people I know, even like he sort of really gets hurt when he sort of like I don't know, like punches his chest a lot. Like I mean that just sort of gives me perspective of like, how many nerves there are there. So yeah. That's probably what Never's trying to do. He's just trying to go for the neck, for the quickest kill, basically. God. Oh, I think it's just really awful that, like, she's really sort of became without mercy, you know? Because I really do think there were a lot of other ways to solve this that weren't just murder, you know? There really were, but I mean, I definitely get that she was cornered in a situation like this, but she, oh god, I think it's just so awful that she really thinks she learned from Rina. Oh god, you learn from the bad influences and then you get bad things happening to you, really. But like, she could have... I reckon the most rational thing would have been to escape from there, call the police, and then just, yeah, hope that they took her away. But like, the other thing is, because they could get attempted murder and there would definitely be scratch marks on her neck, and I'm assuming because they're not actually on the floor, there'd probably be marks on the back of the neck where the neck was in like severe sort of contact with, I don't know, just rubbish really. Sort of like the outlines of the rubbish left in on her neck, maybe. I don't know. I just think it's really awful that like, she used this. She did the bad excuse for her. told her the key. If I didn't, she'd turn the tables just like I did, and then she'd turn it in for sure. Yeah, but at the same time, you can't really tell if this is murder just because like she wants to do it, or if it's because self-defense. But at the same time, nah, I have a feeling that if it was just self-defense, she would have stopped. She would have stopped by now. No way. But yeah, it's just sort of, I have a feeling it's just really letting the emotion that she sort of hates about her just really get the better of her. Wait, it must be really hard to do that at the same time. Just not this one seems to do. She would have had with the knife, but it didn't help. No, it would have change. All changes are break her arms before I broke her fat. Oh my god, and she's doing that while she's still alive? Holy shit. I somehow don't think she's going to stop. Holy shit. Seriously. Oh no. Yeah, you really see it there. Yeah, that's I should have done something a long time. I didn't improve. I didn't have to talk to anyone. That's stupid. That's nonsense. I should have done something a long time. Oh, it's getting on. Deceived. He would have. You just really see like, I mean, I don't know. There's so much irrational thinking, just because she's sort of, she's trying her hardest to sort of justify the murder. And I mean, oh my god, she's probably in like a fucking state of frenzy. Of course you can do this. Trying to run away. Oh my god, I'm surprised she was trying. But that's the worst decision she's probably made, because I mean I get that like she's trying to bargain for her life and everything, but like I mean it has a really good reward, but it also has a really bad sort of thing. I don't know, like penalty if it fails really, because she's gonna fall on the jump. She's gonna fall with all of those broken bones, broken arm, well, a really painful wrist that. Oh my god, I just thought, what if, because this junkyard is so, and it's second of all if she falls into glass, but like, because this junkyard is so sort of, just, dirty and unhygienic. Tetanus? Infections? They in theory happen because of her wrist being so bloodied up. I mean, to be fair, there's a difference between a wrist being bleeding and it actually being opened up. I've got to keep that, I don't remember that. You know, trying to run away from me, but she no longer had to use her hands. It made it difficult for her to stand up to escape, especially as a respectful jump. Yeah, everyone knows that. And I'm assuming it's like speed, because you know the stress from it. Even it would affect someone. It would even affect someone like her. This is my hideout. Yeah, this is my territory. Nobody can run away from me here. Yeah. Let's try to climb up this slope of garbage, slipped, fell, and rolled all the way back down. She didn't stand up or move. Her eyes were open, her leg was bent at an unnatural angle. Oh. I didn't know how to make sure she was dead, so I kept looking at her open eyes for a while. She could be faking it, for all I know. Yeah, definitely. But she didn't close her eyes no matter how long I waited. I scooped up a handful of sand and threw it on her face. She still didn't close her eyes. God, thud. The lead pipe slipped out of my hand and hit the ground. When I tried to pick it up, I realised how heavy I was, and I was surprised I was wielding it as though it was a knife. Yeah, me too. I am really surprised. But God, I think that just really shows like how, I don't know, like how much her mind sort of takes over, how much her desire takes over. Like it takes over so much that she genuinely doesn't even have conceptions of how heavy things are. It's weird. I was sweating all over. The cold wind felt good on my skin. Yeah. The cries of the Higurashi were calming me down and healing my soul. Rina was just like a broken dummy now. She had become a piece of... God. No, I kind of suppose. I suppose, but... The only thing is about this is... I don't know. You can't just have a piece of junk. I mean, to be fair, this is her hideout, so she probably could hide it. But the only thing is, she probably could hide the body somewhere in between the trash. But like, the only thing is, what if somebody finds the crime out? And what if it's straight to Rina? And especially, what if her father doesn't know? And as a result, what if he completely breaks again? Because not only he realizes, not when I say no about like Rina's true intentions. Because he'll not only realise that his daughter is a murderer, but also that like Rina is actually dead, because he would have been under the impression that she was a good woman, she loved him. I really do wonder how she's going to explain this to his dad though, I mean, my God, what is she going to do? Because like, the thing is, she's going to have to eventually explain it, and maybe she's going to just pass the sort of thing, maybe she's going to pretend like she was having an affair or something, and she just suddenly decided to ditch her. Who knows? It's just like a broken dummy now. She had become a piece of junk. I'm the owner of this land of the junk, and I defeated it from her intrusion. Now she was just a resident of this jungle. God. It's really interesting how she thinks about it like this. Yeah. I didn't feel bad about killing. Nah, of course. In fact, I felt rather fulfilled that I defeated the evil woman who deceived my father. No, I suppose, but the only thing is how, I don't know. I suppose it is kind of hard for her to feel bad just because of how awful this person was. I mean, I get that like murder is never the right thing to do, but like still, you would definitely feel less bad if you killed somebody like this as opposed to like anybody else. Like, I don't know, for example, how bad? No, you don't know. There's actually nobody I can think of. Now, let's say in Higurashi, let's say if Shion actually killed Keishi, and then she had guilt, maybe it'd be like that. I don't know. I started breathing slowly and calmly, and I regained enough energy to analyse the situation. I'd have to hide her body. Yeah. First, I'd have to get rid of her scooter. Oh God, yeah. Yep, but the junk. I climbed up the slope and kicked the scooter down the hill. Wow. God, that must be really cool just seeing it like tumble down. But oh shit, she should not do that. What if it makes a really loud sound that could potentially alarm people? Because you do not want people at a situation like this. No way. Climbed up the slope and kicked the scooter down the hill. It rolled down the slope, making a lot of noise and blended in with all the junk as it stopped, like it was there from the beginning. Okay. Yeah. That isn't that bad, but the noise thing could potentially be concerning. I went back down the slope and started dragging her body to my hideout. Oh. Should have taken as much effort as dragging a 50-kilogram sandbag, but it felt lighter than that. It was just a sandbag, yet it brought disaster to my family. Well, it is now. It is now, but before it was a fucking person. I just really don't know how to feel about this. I really don't know how to... I really don't know if I should feel like completely disgusted at Rina for having murdered another individual, and especially because she was fucking pregnant. I mean, no matter which way you look at it, that is killing another life as well that could have potentially... Okay, huge emphasis on their potential. There could still be so many things that could have gone wrong. Like, for example, what if she had a miscarriage or something like that? But yeah, you could also think, I don't know, the things about this, I really do get the feeling that she wasn't really thinking rationally, just because of how much this woman could potentially, like, cause to their family. So I really don't get what to think. I don't get if I should be, I just don't know. Like, seriously, I genuinely don't know. I kind of don't really want to say the wrong thing in case, like, I don't know, somebody gets mad at me or something. It's just somebody who brought disaster to my family. I didn't lure her here in order to kill her. Yeah, I think that probably is the worst thing as well. I just can't believe. I am actually really surprised that Rina did that. I didn't think she let her guard down that much. Or did I? Maybe I just didn't notice that I had the intention deep down in my heart. Yeah, I mean, I suppose she didn't. But the only thing is that it was a sort of intention that was sort of created by Rina, really. It was. But even so, I thought that this was the best and most expedient solution. There was no better solution than killing her. Yes, there was. How wasteful to depend on somebody to help me, to wait for the day to come when they will. Yeah, but I suppose the only thing is, though, she really needs to understand that this is not all of the problems solved. There are so many more now. And oh my god, because this is it, then, she's a nice person and everything. She's definitely going to feel the guilt as well. I remember the matter of Satosuke's aunt happened last year. Yeah, it is very, very interesting that, like, everything's related. Everything's really related, like Satoshi, for example. And for I had no doubt that Satoshi murdered her, but I've never been as convinced as I am right at this moment. Yeah, how could he have saved Satoshi other than by killing his aunt last year at that time in the circumstance? Yeah, I know, and like, I suppose this could sort of relate to Lena, because of, like, how could she have saved his father with any other means? But at the same time, the only thing is both these situations, these people both resort to murder because they really believe, they're really so stressed with it that they feel so lost, and as a result they can't really think rationally and carry out stuff like this. But to be fair, it is kind of different with Lena, because, like, it is self-defense. I mean, maybe it could have been with stuff to see, but I kind of doubt it, I'm going to be real. But yeah, what was I saying? No, but like for both of these situations, there were definitely better ways of dealing with them. But the only thing is, at the same time, I think it is actually kind of interesting how these really sort of link, because the thing is about all the situations that had better ways of dealing with them, they would all take time, and they would definitely, because, for example, with Satoshi, he probably could have gone down the whole sort of child abuse sort of, like, I don't know, like, incrimination. Could have tried to get her arrested for the whole thing. The situation was much the same as his. Could have tried to get her arrested, but the thing is, it would have been so hard, especially because of, like, the past things were actually happening with Satoko as well. They'd probably be very sketchy, like they were in what's it, Higurashi. God, it's just really interesting. I mean, and I think I'm gonna be real, I think the best thing Lena could have done was. The best thing she could have done was talk to this to Rina in a place that she couldn't have fucking murdered her in, and obviously the other way around, because Rina did actually try to kill Lena, which really did surprise me actually. But yeah, also, and at the same time, maybe like the day before, just talk to her dad, because I don't think she kind of understands, like, how much that could do, because if she talked about the dad, then all about this to her dad, and her dad sort of just saw sense and just completely said fuck you, then it's really going to see sense. And the thing is about he's really going to have seen sense, and he would have divorced her. But the thing is, now, just because of this happening, I really wonder how he's going to react, because he's either gonna feel really, really lost. He's gonna feel even worse because, like, you know, he will be under the illusion that he's lost a little wife. But like, and especially because they got pregnant, that's even worse. But like, it could also be if Rina is actually sort of found out to have done it, then what's gonna happen then? Oh god, I don't know. There's so much to think about. I can't be bothered. My situation was much the same as his. Yeah, how could I have saved my mother other than by killing? Oh god, there's so many ways. If I was planning on murder, I would have been under a lot of pressure and stress. Yeah, but for better or for worse, the moment came to me out of nowhere. Yeah, that's why I believe I solved my problem with as little struggle as possible. Yeah, but the only thing is she doesn't realise. Maybe she does, but I don't know. The problem is not over. No way. Now she's gone, will anyone become suspicious about her disappearance? Yes! Maybe, like, for example, your dad? She was an irresponsible person who skipped work around convenience. Did she? Oh my god, I never knew that. God. That really is shit. Let's just say that. So I didn't think anybody would get suspicious when she disappeared one day. But also that too. But the only thing is when she sort of been confirmed to have not came to work for a few days with no notice. Yeah, that would be suspicious. And the thing is about Rina as well, she has a lot of ties with like a lot of people. For example, like the Miyakashi man is why the reasons why one of the reasons why it was so easy for them to actually get away with it was just because these people, they didn't really have many ties. Like for example, Satoko, she has so little ties with people. Like it'd be very hard for people to actually notice their disappearance. It wouldn't just be sort of the people she knew, because the only people that would notice her disappearance would be like the people she knew and the people in Amazon. But like here we're gonna have people at work, the people that are running the flats, people that I don't know, people in Amazon, obviously, people walking on her or wherever she actually lives. Sorry. And we also have people like her family as well. And we're gonna have Lena's family, potentially Lena's dad's associations. Everybody in Lena's family that knows of her. It could be. There's a lot more people, so a lot more chance. So I didn't think anyone would get suspicious when she disappeared one day. So it was a big mess when it's like, yeah. People will come to think she went into hiding because she got into deep trouble with someone. But that could also be the case, yeah. I don't need to fabricate an alibi. All I need to do is get rid of her body. Yeah. It took me a while to figure out how to do the last part. Hiding my body would be very risky. And my brain becomes so calm that it did some calculations came up for an answer right away. Oh god, yes, this place is still the safest. This is a place forgotten. Nobody comes here. Nobody knows this place is here. I knew that because I've been spending a lot of time here. Compared to taking the risk of carrying her body to some other place, it was a lot safer just to hide it here. Yeah. But it wasn't perfect yet. This place would have remained a secret forever. Yeah, I could hide it here now, but I'd have to come up with the perfect way to make it completely disappear. I mean, I suppose if you... No, what if you got limescale, put it right on the body and then... No, but the only thing is, limescale, I forgot, like, maybe a fatal flaw. Limescale literally takes like fucking 15 years to activate, doesn't it? Wait, no, it's not 15 years, but it'd take a lot of time, which she doesn't have, basically. If you don't know, limescale dissolves flesh, which it'll do with dead flesh, yeah, obviously. Dissolves flesh over time, should I say. It's a lot easier to think about that than thinking about how to make Rina break up with my mother. Stuffed her clothes into a bread and into a regular refrigerator in a trash bar. A refrigerator? No way, it's cyrogenics. I wanted to cover the refrigerator with dirt and bury it. I suppose, but that was too easy. I had to chop the coals into pieces and make them completely. God. I felt like it got dark all of a sudden. No, it didn't get dark all of a sudden. I just didn't realise it was getting dark until just then. Oh. I did the thunder for a distance. It might rain soon. I could use some rain. It was really nice, dirty blood in the ground. Oh, yeah, I suppose. Oh my god, I just can't believe, like, holy shit. She's gonna actually... No, there is no way. I mean, I get that she sort of says it really simply now, and because obviously she hates Rina, so it's probably going to be like a little better because of that. But like, holy fuck, chopping a corpse. That there is no way this problem is fixed. There's going to be so many problems that are going to happen from that easily. And the only thing is as well. I mean, I get that this is a secret hideout entirely. Like nobody would come in like that, say. But if they suspect a disappearance has happened, and if they see. If anybody has sort of taken account for her whereabouts that's not just Rina, and they actually go looking for the junkyard, then it could be very hard for her not to get caught. But at the same time, that is very sort of case dependent. I think that could actually be unlikely to happen. It was Rina's dirty blood. Rina? God. It was Rina's dirty blood into the ground. I should go home. I should think about what I do tomorrow. I was going to say right beside my mother until he forgets about her. Yeah, good. Might be hurt at first, but we're going to recapture our happiness for sure. A happy, peaceful life. Yeah, but the only thing is you really just wonder what that life is going to be, especially when he learns the truth. We're going to recapture our happiness for sure. A happy, peaceful life. My body was heavy with exhaust. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, it's fucking manic, that. I also felt fulfilled because I took a very important first step here. First step. I keep taking one step after another. I'm not going to cry anymore. I'm not going to cry until I win back my happiness. I'm not going to cry until... Oh god. Oh, that's the end of that. God. So is there going to be tip then? This is annoying.
再婚なんかする必要ないよ。
Oh wow. Oh, interesting. So she's actually talking. Oh my god, this is going to be so interesting to read tomorrow. This is one of the parts I'm most interested. The sort of aspect I'm really interested in, like his reactions and stuff like that. But yeah, it's very interesting that Rina now she's sort of acting as if like nothing's happened, and that she's genuinely still alive. God, it's going to be really interesting. Yes, just like, I hate to break it to you, but I actually killed her. But the only thing is, I think even if she is discovered to have killed her, it could be justified as self-defense. I think she could, if she was clever enough, which she is. Look at her in Higurashi, for example. Look at her in the end of Higurashi. Look at how responsible she was. If she uses that badly, then I think she could definitely get away with this. But I don't know. Holy fuck, dude, that was such an interesting read, though. That was genuinely so good. I mean, oh my god, just everything was really interesting. It was so interesting seeing Dana's emotions, especially that sort of spinning in the head thing, with lights from flickering flashes and stuff like that, and the clouds. And oh my god, it was so interesting seeing Rina, and it was really, oh god, it was so interesting seeing like her finally sort of overcoming that, and even more interesting sort of seeing just the whole fight between her and Rina. Oh my god, the fight was done so well though. I really liked that. Yeah, I really did. And it was very, very interesting, like, seeing how out of character she got. God, that... what else is there? Yeah, and I'm going to be very interested to see what's actually going to happen in the future. If she's going to feel guilt for the murder, if this murder is going to create any future problems. And, oh my god, heck, if she's even going to get found out. And how is her feelings going to change just because of what she's done? Will she actually be able to accept it as well? Which I'm kind of curious about. But I'm just really surprised that, like, I mean, I get that she really does care about happiness. I mean, she really does just want a good life. I just genuinely can't believe that, like, even though she's done murder, like, something so awful. I mean, suppose I need to keep in consideration that this kind of was self-defense, but at the same time, no, it wasn't self. I need to stop thinking that. It was self-defense until it wasn't, basically. But like the thing is about that, what was I gonna say? I just kind of get the feeling that like I'm just really surprised that she hasn't really felt anything. I mean, God, I just genuinely didn't know she hated her that much. But that really just gets his perspective on it. Oh yeah, I forgot what's also going to be interesting tomorrow. Seeing what happens in the social aspect with her and her dad. That's gonna be really interesting to see. God, it is. I often find stories like these, they're so interesting to me that I sort of just forget how fucking sad they are. But oh my god, I'm thinking about this. I really do get the feeling that well, no, I don't even know. I was trying to make a point that I didn't even have anything to think about. But what I was gonna say is like, it's just really fucking sad. This story, it's just really funny that like all of the Higurashi stories, they really show like a sort of side of humanity that you never really see much in stories. You really see just like the genuine worst of it. I mean, like, look at this. Like, for example, Rina, there are so many things she could have done today that weren't murder. There are so many ways she could have actually coped with this. Rina, there are so many things that she could have done to actually, apart from murder. So many things. But they didn't. They chose the worst result possible. And all of the stuff Rina's doing, I mean, how could that not make you lose hope in humanity? Like, genuinely. God, that was just such an interesting read, dude. I love this fucking story so much. It's going to be very interesting to read tomorrow, and since it's Friday, I might also try and make it a little bit longer of a session, because, yeah, if you guys remember today, we didn't actually finish the chapter today. We only finished half of it. So, yeah, maybe I can finish a chapter and a half, but if I can't, I'll probably just finish the chapter tomorrow. So, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. I'm very excited for it. God, I got a nightmare day tomorrow. Like, I literally have, like, 3 tests. Well, not tests, sort of. I won't say exams, because they're not, but, like, assessments. Yeah, assessments is actually a perfect way of describing it. It's going to be kind of a nightmare. I mean, I have revised for them, but, like, fucking hell, still. It's just going to be not something I want on a Friday, basically. Right. Yeah, see you guys. Hope you had a good one. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Holy fuck.